What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Retro Hoop Collectibles. This is our weekly hobby update, which includes our PSA update for the week. If you're not familiar, I do this every Wednesday, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. So if you want to be updated on a weekly basis, not only with kind of current affairs in the hobby, but also the PSA update on how many cards they graded the week before. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Before we jump into this week's articles and numbers, a quick word from Carthedge. If you're not familiar with Carthedge, it's an online pricing analysis and collection management tool. You guys see me use it all the time on the channel. I use it to check the value and market trends of different cards that I have. You can check the value of raw cards or graded cards from all the top grading companies. They have all that information pulled there on the site. Online pricing analysis tool is constantly being updated with up-to-date pricing in real time. Carthedge also has a massive catalog of cards that they have on the platform, and it's growing by the thousands every single day. My favorite thing of all is the comparator that they have, which allows you to compare different prices of the same exact card, but in different grading from different grading companies. So that's really handy whenever you're trying to decide where to send your cards off to get graded. They follow all the prices for all the top sports cards, as well as NFTs and Top Shots, if you're into that. And some more other things that they got currently in development. They're offering a 7-day trial to give you the opportunity to take it for a test drive. Click on the link below if you want to visit the website and get more details. All right. So let's kick off with looking at one of the things that I picked up from HGA's Instagram. HGA does a weekly update on Mondays where they talk about where they are with their backlog, where they are with, catching up with that backlog, and then any pertinent news that they may find relevant. Okay, so this week in their update, they mentioned, kind of the numbers that they were going through, and they got the number down to 62,000. I can't remember exactly what the original number was. I'll pop it up here. But they're working through that backlog. I think right now they say they're about 45 to 53 business days behind. So there's still some delay, but they're trying to get caught up as best they can. I don't cover this because they cover it. They do a pretty good job of covering it. So I don't really see the need. If you guys if you are waiting on an HGA order, then you might want to subscribe or put notifications on HGA's Instagram page, because they update this every week. Every Monday they put something out, which is good. I mean, this is the kind of communication that you like to see from a company who's behind, right? Telling you how behind they are, how caught up they got on it this week, and then how much more they have left, and then roughly how behind are they. That would be kind of nice, right? So anyway, I not to harp on that too much, but what I found interesting about this week's update was this kind of little bit of information that they kind of tacked on to the end here, which was kind of regarding label colors. Now, color match labels, team match labels, custom labels, and all that stuff was kind of pioneered, right? Offered first by HGA. It was kind of their second claim to fame. First one being that they were going to take a hybrid approach between machine learning and actual human beings grading your card. The other was, hey, we're going to offer you some colored labels to match your cards and whatnot. But they added even further kind of functionality for you to be able to have some flexibility in the design of your labels. And that's that they're allowing you to pick your own colors, right? So this is kind of I guess how they're demonstrating it. So you got looks like 3 colors: a background color, so black or white, a primary color, and an accent color. And as you're picking these colors, depending on whether you got I think it's called a splash label, and I forget what this other label is called, but it kind of gives you a preview of what you're going to be looking at and what your card label is going to look like, which is great. I know that Zombie's kind of, in the past, I've made comments that you really don't know what you're going to get, right? Unless you tell them specifically what you want. if you just simply tick the box that says color match or team match, you really don't know exactly what you're going to get. Case in point, I sent my Carmelo Anthony rookie card where he is in the baby blue, yellow, and white Denver uniform. And I got back that, and I put team match, but it got team matched to the Trailblazers, which they were at the time. Now, it was an easy fix. I sent it back. They fixed it. They sent it back to me. Not a problem. However, it's just kind of inconvenient, you know? So if you're able to pick your colors and you're able to, you know, like, for example, if you're a LeBron fan, but your PC is when he was with Cleveland, or maybe your PC is when he was with Miami, maybe you want to select that, or, you know, you want to do a color match or whatever the case may be. So I think this is cool. It's additional functionality. It's additional control over what you have in terms of what your labels are going to look like. So bravo to HGA for that. I think that's pretty cool. So that's that little bit of information. The next bit of information, once again, companies keeping us updated, putting out some, you know, verbiage or some articles or something, at least telling us how far behind they are, when they plan on being caught up completely, and just keeping things transparent with the hobby in general. Beckett opens standard service, which we already kind of knew that, and the end of backlog and plans for expansion. Now, I'll link in the description the link to this article, but basically, both Beckett and PSA, I think there was that they were hoping to be caught up by the end of May. Right here. Beckett has reopened its standard service and expects its long-running backlog of orders to be completed on their way back to customers by the end of May. So we're in March, April, May. So another 3 months, they'll be caught up, which actually, in all actuality, it's kind of about the same. HGA is about 53 business days. So yeah, they're probably about the same amount behind. Trading card popularity during the pandemic. Both companies shut down most services. Beckett also announced its plans for a multi-year strategic growth initiative are being finalized for optimized company business services, including their internal operations and cost structures. They're basically getting their shit together is what it boils down to. So that's pretty cool. Those of you who have been waiting on Beckett, been wanting to submit with Beckett, I actually have a couple of cards that I've been wanting to submit with Beckett. If we could just get them to get rid of that 1950s Macy's mail-in order form, that would be great. So yeah, but anyway, they were just as backed up, and hopefully by the end of May, they'll be caught back up. HGA, roughly about the same time. PSA, I'm assuming right around the same time, because right now, as I've said before, they're in their bulk of what they submitted and in that peak submission time that I think they're working through. And so hopefully they'll be caught up right around the same time. So it would not be far-fetched to think that pretty much all of the grading companies are going to be caught up right around May, June timeline. And if that's the case, it's going to be really interesting to see what it looks like going forward. You know, as far as when they start opening things back up, hopefully they cap out to what they can handle as far as influx of orders when they turn some of these lower end services back on. So we'll see. Hopefully they learn from their mistakes and we'll never have to go through this debacle again. And I'll have to find new content to make because I won't be able to bash on PSA anymore, which has always been the goal. I think some of you guys tag me as a PSA hater. I'm not necessarily a hater for the sake of hating them. They just do things that really bother me. And a lot of that has to do with the fact that they're still holding on to my Hakeem Olajuwon 86 Fleers that I haven't seen in over a year. And for those of you that have been asking, those are still stuck in grading stage. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see when those come back. Perfect segue into the numbers for this week. 171,000. So down about 30,000 from the last 6-week average, which was right at about 198, almost 200,000. They were averaging over the last 6 weeks. They're back down to 170. which is a pretty low week. Now, somebody in the live chat mentioned, oh, well, Monday was a holiday. Well, Monday was a bank holiday. And I don't think that PSA gave people President's Day off. You know, it's a mattress store holiday. So, you know, I don't think that really had much bearing on it. There were a handful of shows that I know that they were doing live grading at, maybe taking some of the workforce there to those shows potentially had an impact on the overall numbers. I don't know what it could be. Maybe you guys can offer some insight. If you were at a show where you know they were doing live grading, please let me know down in the comments. I'd be curious to find out. But either way it goes, I think it's still a situation where, you know, for the last 6 weeks, they've been doing over 200,000 or just at about 200,000 a week. So, you know, for them to have one week where they kind of fell off a little bit, it's not that big of a deal. I fully expect them to be back up to that 200,000 mark next week. But we shall see. Who knows? You know, that's just kind of where they were at this week. And I really think that those shows might have really had an impact on them. But that's going to do it for this week. I appreciate you guys watching as always. Let me know down in the comments what you think about HGA's new functionality with the selecting the color labels. Let me know what you guys think about Beckett kind of setting a line in the sand, which I hope and I wish another company would do, but they don't seem to do that. They don't seem to let us know what's going on. They don't seem to hold themselves to a date. They don't want to do that. Let me know what you guys think about Beckett kind of putting that out there. I think it's great. It gives some people an idea of when the end is coming. There's light at the end of the tunnel, and we're now seeing that light. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. As always, I appreciate y'all so much watching. We had a blast this week on our live stream. I gave away 2 boxes. My boy Sam hit a banging auto. So if you guys want to go back and watch that, I'll link that up at the top. That was super fun. It's the first time I've ever given anything away on the channel because I now have functionality to do so. So every Sunday at our live streams, I'm going to be giving away something. I don't know what. I don't know. It's not always going to be product. I'm going to be giving away something. So join us this Sunday for the live stream if you guys can. I will be in Dallas for sure Saturday, maybe Friday. I haven't quite figured out the logistics yet, but I'll be there for sure. And then we'll, so if you guys see me out there, just come holler at me. I'm not going to be in any like, you know, hey, I'm Retro. No, I'm just going to be out there. I'll probably have a mask on, so you probably won't even know it's me. But anyway, if you see me, recognize me, come say hi. But yeah, that's it. Love you guys. Peace.